It was a busy day at the Supreme Court as the justices of the Apex Court affirmed the victory of 3 state governors. They are Rivers, Taraba and Kogi State. A 5-member panel of the justices held that the appeals challenging the election of these governors were either lacking in merit or incompetent. Judiciary correspondent Celestina Area reports.
Late judgment in the appeal filed by Tony Cole was delivered by Justice Ibrahim Salawa. He held that Mr. Cole did not establish that the election was not conducted in compliance with the provisions of the Electoral Act.
I'm grateful to God Almighty for the courage to see it through. Of course, there's disappointment that we did not win because we believe that we had a very, very good case. But that notwithstanding, I want to congratulate all Rivers people for just seeing this through. And at the end of the day, I want to wish the governor, similar Fubara, all the best.
Was sufficiently and adequately resolved and pronounced upon by the Supreme Court, bringing to end the contentious issues that the parties have been disputing all this while.
The court also dismissed the appeal filed by Mohammed Yahaya of the NNPP. Justice Garba Lawa, who read the lead judgment, held that the appellate court was right to have dismissed the appeal for being defective. He held that transmitting an incomplete record of appeal to the Court of Appeal was fatal to the appellant's case. The court consequently dismissed the appeal.
I want to call the Tarabans. They know what they did, they know the person they voted, but there is nothing we can do. We have to submit to the will of God. So we congratulate our PDP opponents for this success they have had today.
Lastly, the court dismissed the appeal filed by Sadi Umar of the People's Democratic Party. Justice Titani Abubakar, who read the lead judgment, held that the appellants failed to prove the allegations of not compliance with the Electoral Act. The court subsequently affirmed the election of Ahmed Aliyu as the governor of Sokoto State.
I want to urge everybody, the peace-loving people of Sokoto State, to join hands with the governor Ahmed Aliyu Sokoto FCNA to develop a new Sokoto State for the peace and development of our dear state. And this is in line with the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The Supreme Court has successfully heard and determined the governorship appeals brought before it, save for that from the off-cycle election, Imo, Kogi and Bayelsa State, which are still at the tribunal. They may or may not get to the Supreme Court. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.
And Governor of Rivers State, Aliyu Fubara, has described the judgment of the Supreme Court as victory for the people of the state. He spoke as a crowd of supporters gathered at the government house in Port Harcourt to celebrate. Senior reporter Uche Okoro has more.
Governor Aliyu Fubara's supporters at the entrance of the government house erupted into dancing and singing moments after the news filtered in from the Supreme Court in Abuja. The mood was the same inside amongst those in the close political circle of the governor. Mr. Fubara spoke about what the Supreme Court judgment means for the people of Rivers State and what they should expect from his administration.
It is a victory for the entire state. It's important for us to note that we need this victory to consolidate on the purpose of governance. We have had a few distractions here and there, and the good news that came to us this morning is a refreshing strength that will ginger us to continue the work of governance.
The governor extended an invitation to the opposition and other groups to cooperate with him for the growth and development of the state.
I'm calling on everyone, not just our own internal issue, but also those other people from other parties. The issue is settled. Come and let's build that river state of our dream.
As the celebration continued, Governor Fubara emerged to greet the crowd. With the Supreme Court judgment out of the way, the next hurdle left for Governor Fubara to cross, according to him, is reuniting the two camps in the political crisis in the state.